Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I am holed up in a hotel room. We are here for Thanksgiving, and so I've got everybody out of the room. Well, a couple people are in there with the door shut. I'm like, don't come in here. I'm doing a quick live video. So I finally have a few minutes to myself to hop on, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what I've been posting about, a couple things, first of all. So first of all, let's talk quickly about that 5-minute face and what you are supposed to do when you get up in the morning and you have like no time in front of the mirror. So I'm coming at you fresh faced. I have no makeup on. However, what I did do, without a doubt, I never skip these few steps. I wash my face every single morning because you guys, that your skin turns over at night, okay? And it's healing itself at night, and it accumulates all these dead skin cells at night. And you're smashing it up against a pillow, and you're doing all these things to it. You need to take that dead skin off in the morning, okay? You need a fresh face. If your pores are dirty, they are going to look 10 times bigger than if they are clean, okay? So that's number one step. Always wash your face. So if you only have 5 minutes in the morning, literally to stand in front of the mirror and get ready, you're going to spend a minute of that washing your face. It's way more important than applying makeup because over the longer time, you're going to see better results if you continue to keep up with your skincare. So that's what I did. I washed with our Pore Purifying Cleanser because I have pretty large pores in this area. But as you can see, they're starting to get smaller because I'm using that Pore Purifying Cleanser. So I really like that cleanser. I use it every single morning. It's gentle. Hi, honey. Hello. Let me make sure I can see comments. Hold on. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Rebecca. So, Pore Purifying Cleanser, or a cleanser that is for your skin type. We can talk more about, what cleansers are best for your skin type. The Pore Purifying, like we've already talked on that one. I've touched on that one, and that one's best for normal to oily skin. I have normal to dry, but I still use it and I love it, but it's because, again, I want those pores to be really, really clean. So there you have it. Wash your face. So then the other step is to not skip moisturizer. I don't care what your skin type is, you have got to be using a moisturizer. Because if you're oily and you don't use a moisturizer, your skin is going to think, oh, well, I don't have any moisture on my face, so I must produce more oil to make sure I'm moisturized. So not moisturizing your oily skin will only make it more oily. I promise you. All of my clients that come to me that didn't know this at first, they're like, oh my God, I need to do my hair. My hair is driving me crazy. All of my clients that came to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I never knew that. I wasn't moisturizing because I have super oily and I felt like it made me greasy. You just have to have the right moisturizer and I can help you with that. So now let's talk really quickly about that lip exfoliator. So we talked about exfoliation. Exfoliation is so important in the winter, and it's the one thing that people probably don't think to do. A lot of my clients, when they come to me and I say, you need to be exfoliating like regularly, like twice a week, they're like, seriously? Like, I wouldn't think to exfoliate in the winter because you think it's kind of harsh on your face. Not true. What exfoliation does is it brings new skin to the surface faster, and that's what you're wanting to do. That's how you have a more youthful glow. That's how you have just healthier skin in general. And also, what you're doing when you exfoliate is you are allowing the products that you put on your face to actually work really well because you're bringing that underneath layer of your skin out, okay? You're bringing it out from underneath. It's hiding under there. It wants to come out and play, okay? So that's what exfoliation does. Now, in the wintertime, I get like chapped lips, especially like on the bottom, and they like start to peel. So here's that lip exfoliator that we were talking about, okay? It winds up and down. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. This is part of that Black Friday bundle that I just posted. It's so neat, you guys. So all you do is just put a little bit on your lips, like in a circular motion, and rub it in. I just rub it in with my fingers. And then I just leave it. Because what it does, honestly, hello, baby. How are you? So what it does, honestly, though, is I look so awful, you guys. I got, like, no sleep. Baby Will never lets me sleep, and I'm in a hotel, so I'm not sleeping well anyway. I look like death. But I didn't want to put any makeup on this morning because I wanted to come on here and show you guys the 2-minute face and all that. So I just did the lip exfoliator, and as you can see, it kind of leaves like a nice little sheen on your lips, so I don't wipe it off. I leave it. If there's like some of the little gritty stuff left a little bit, you can kind of get that off with your finger. It'll come off on its own. But it kind of like makes like a little plumping effect once I put it on, which I love, especially the peppermint one. That will, because peppermint is what plumps your lips. That's what the oil that they put in the lip plumpers is peppermint. So I leave it on because I love the sheen that it provides and I love the feeling of it. And it's vanilla, it's got shea butter in it, it's super hydrating. So what it does is takes that yucky dead skin off, but not too harshly. And then it will moisturize on top of it. So I just leave it like that. And then I go about my routine. And then once I go to put on lipstick or whatever at the end, then all that has soaked in. It's perfect. You only want to use this like 2 or 3 times a week. My phone's dying and I don't have a charger in here. I'll talk fast. You want to use this about 2 to 3 times a week, or anytime you're going to use a lipstick or a matte lip product. Anytime you use a matte lip product, you want to make sure you're exfoliating because you're going to get that dead skin off and it's going to make the product stay on 10 times longer and it will not show any lines on your lips. You ever notice that if you put on a certain lip product, for some reason there's discoloration or there's lines or dead skin or something on underneath and it shows up because of that matte lip? This will eliminate that problem. Okay, so now quickly we're going to talk about, let's say you have literally 2 minutes to get out the door. You're in front of the mirror. You're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What are the absolute must-do things before I get out the door to make myself look like I'm not dead, right? Because sometimes when we wake up in the morning, especially if you have a pale complexion, I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay then, wow, I need to have some color. So one of the first things I'm going to do, and I never skip this, so again, cleanse, moisturize. Those two, a must. If that's all you get in, then maybe in the car you bring some blush, and but you have to cleanse and moisturize. Primer. I use just a little dab if I'm not using a full face of makeup, okay? I use primer even on 0 makeup days. Here's why. This is going to make your skin look super smooth. It's going to eliminate any fine lines and wrinkles, not permanently, but just for the time being. It makes your pores look so much smaller. Now, your pores can never actually get smaller. If anybody tells you that, that is not true. What you can do is minimize their appearance, though, okay? And significantly if you're using the right products. So I put the primer on and I let it dry, okay? And that's going to smooth out my skin. No more lines, no more wrinkles. Makes your skin look even, even tones, all that good stuff. If you have blotchy skin, go to primer. That good primer is going to help you there. So primer is a must-do no matter how many minutes or seconds you have in front of that mirror, okay? The next thing I do, if I have the time, now sometimes, actually, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'll go ahead. I hope my phone's going to last us. Concealer. I use a small amount. You guys, this stuff is so potent. It comes in this bottle, and this will last you 6 to 9 months. I'm telling you, this stuff is so potent. I don't need very much. But I have the dark circles because, well, baby Will hates me, and he doesn't let me sleep. So I do concealer, and here's the proper way to do concealer. Watch this, okay? You're going to watch me do it in the shape of a V underneath my eyes, okay? Can you guys see that? The light's kind of bad. And I didn't use very much because I just want that one little area to be covered, okay? But instantly, see my dark circles? They're instantly gone. And then I will just blend it in properly with a quick foundation brush. I like to use our flat foundation brush to blend, but you can see the outline of it there, right? I go all the way down there because what this is doing, the reason this is a great step for a super fast makeup look is because not only are you concealing the under eye circles, look how much of a difference that makes. That's crazy to me. Never skip this step. Remind me never to skip this step. But as you can see, you're not only concealing your under eye dark circles, but you're also brightening this area and highlighting it. And what it does when you highlight this area and make it lighter, it makes your face look like it brings the look up. Like, so someone looking at your face, it brings their eyes upward. So it makes your face literally look lifted. Isn't that neat? It's such a neat trick. So that's the first thing. Okay, look how easy that was. Super fast, super fast. Okay, then the next thing I will never skip is blush, and here's why. Blush, okay, so the key to a 2-second face, okay, maybe not 2 second, 2 minute, is to bring a little color to your face. We are one-dimensional when we don't have any color or anything giving us dimension. Blush is going to give you dimension, okay? It's going to give you a little bit of color. It's going to make you look youthful and rosy. I like using a stippling brush to apply my brush because to stipple something on literally means to pat it on lightly, okay? So by using a stippling brush, I'm sure that it's not going to just be like some random stripe of blush that looks very unnatural, okay? So by using a stippling brush, I am getting it on there and it looks more natural. And I just want natural. See how natural and glowy that looks? It's just like a nice rosy cheek. I look like I've been outside in the wintertime. That's the look I'm going for. See how bright that is? Very pigmented. You don't need a lot, okay? And let's say you got too much on there on accident. I just take a big powder puff or kabuki brush and blend it a little bit and it'll die down a little bit, okay? Do not skip blush. Now, if I'm in a super big hurry, another thing you want to do is you always want to change the color of your eyelid. So everything here, everything's all one color. Again, remember we wanted to create some dimension. We want to change things up a little bit. So what I would do, if I'm in like a super big hurry, I will literally take my blush brush. I'll just do it on one eye. I will literally take my blush brush and whatever residue is left over from the blush, see that color? See how pretty that is? Just a light pink color. I just threw it on my cheeks and on my eyes. And then I would finish my routine and be out the door. But what I did was I changed it up a little bit by giving myself, my hair is driving me crazy. I should have put it up before I came on. But I would change it up a little bit just to give myself that little bit of color pop, okay? Now, if you have another thing you can do, but again, you always want to put something on your eyes. Just grab one neutral color and swipe it all over your entire eyelid. So I would pick something like this one here. This is called Astute, okay? I'll do that on the other eye. And this is just our deluxe brush, okay? This deluxe brush is perfect for all over lid color. And I'm just gonna literally put that over my entire lid. And I'm gonna stop just like right about there, right at the crease, right at the where the transition color would go. And again, see what you've done? You just broken things up and given yourself a little bit of dimension in seconds. It's super easy. Okay, the other item I would not skip is highlighter. Highlighter is one that most people skip all the time, and this is honestly the one thing that I will not skip. This and blush are, if I have 5 seconds and my husband's screaming at me to hurry up, we're getting in the car, blush and highlighter are my two things, okay? This stick is so easy to use. You can literally put this in your purse, so that way you have it in the car in case you forget to do it before you leave the house. You just dab it on the tops of your cheeks there and blend with your fingers. And what you're doing, again, back to the point about dimension, is you want to create a little dimension on your face, okay? You're flat-faced when you don't have it, right? So to eliminate that, I'm going to go ahead and highlight. And what that's going to do is it's going to catch the light. Every time I turn my face, it's going to catch, see how it's catching the light there? And it's going to, so what that does is give your face some dimension and you don't look icky anymore. It's perfect. And like I said, this one is my favorite, this roll-up thing. And we have so many colors to choose from, and really, they've done these colors such that like anybody can use pretty much any of the colors. If you need help choosing one, I'm happy to do so. This color that I just used is called Lustrous, but it's an absolute must. Highlight and blush, absolute must. The last thing I would do for my 2-minute face is to do a lip gloss. Now, the key to the lip gloss, find a color that most closely matches your natural lip color, okay? If you have more pink lips, try to find one with a pink. My lip tone is like really like dead lip tone. Do they make that? We have a mirror on the side of ours, which is awesome. So I'm going to use that real quick. But this is Luxe. This is a gorgeous, like perfect nude lipstick. Okay. And you want to throw that on because again, you're giving yourself some color. And that would be it. I would be out the door. This is my Saturday morning. I'm going to run errands. I have my kids in tow. I had 3 minutes in front of the mirror. Primer, blush, lip gloss, highlighter. Did I miss anything? I think that's it. That's the must, absolute must. Now, if I have a few more seconds, here is what I would also do. Bronzer. This is going to give you some contour dimension. Most bronzers I would not contour with, and I'll explain more about that in a later video, okay? But the bottom line is ours is a half matte, half shimmer, and even the shimmer part of it is really not shimmery. It's very, very subtle, okay? So I feel comfortable using the bronzer as a super fast lazy man's contour, okay? So that's going to create even more dimension for you besides the highlight that you've already done. So you just highlighted and contoured in a matter of seconds, okay? So all I did was take my powder puff brush and squeeze it together. And then I would go through and probably take the powder puff brush and just kind of blend everything together so there are no harsh lines, and bring it down a little on the neck so you don't have any line there, which you shouldn't. You didn't put much on to do that. And that's it. I'm telling you though, those simple steps in the morning will make such a tremendous difference for you, and especially that highlight and blush to give you some dimension and to give you some color. One color over the lid. I don't know if you guys can see these colors. See how that one's like a light brown? anything very neutral is going to work perfectly. Pick out anything that you like that's a neutral color, swipe it over your entire lid, you're good to go, okay? Super fast, super easy. And so I'm gonna go charge my phone a little bit, and then I will come back and we're gonna talk a little bit more about if you have a little bit more time. I noticed some people said that they had like about 10 minutes, so that was like a 3 to 5 minute face. This is like the shortest. These are like the absolute must. Like this is, I gotta get out to the door in less than 5 minutes. So if you have about 5 to 10, you can actually get done a lot in 5 to 10 minutes. That's going to look beautiful. You're going to feel so confident. It's going to make your skin just look amazing. And that includes even foundation or BB cream or whatever. So I'm going to charge my phone, and then we'll talk a little bit more about 10-minute faces or 5 to 10-minute faces, okay? So as always, if you have any questions, please post them below. Do not hesitate, and I will be back later. Bye, girls.